going to need help from the Senate if anything's actually to come of this. Senator Ron Johnson is a newly elected Republican of Wisconsin. He's in his first term in office, and he joins us now live. Senator, who are you sitting with tonight?
Well, actually, I'll be sitting with my fellow senator from the state of Wisconsin, Senator Cole. All
right, there you go. So there, you already have that part arranged, and now we have to talk about some of the tougher topics that are facing the country, which include what we're going to do with the spending and with the deficit. Let's take your 3 decades of business experience and just go for the hard question here. How do we tackle entitlement spending?
Well, first of all, I think we have an opportunity here now with the we're approaching the debt ceiling limit. And I think we use that opportunity to make sure that we pass a very hard spending cap. Put a straitjacket not only on Congress but the American people. We need to understand that we are bankrupting this nation, and so that's certainly what I would want to use that moment for, is to establish that very hard spending cap. Once we've done that, then Congress is going to be forced to prioritize spending. And that's when the real games begin. So the House has been talking about, House Republicans are talking about rolling back discretionary spending to levels of 2008 and maybe even lower than that. Can we use that same model when we talk about cutting spending for entitlements? Can we say we'll roll back entitlement spending to a certain year or a certain time period? I'll tell you, first of all, I think what I'd like to do is I'd like to put entitlements back on the budget, so that Congress really takes responsibility having to review those programs every year in terms of what can we afford within the overall budgetary process. So that'd be my process solution there. Just picking up this term about investment from the White House, investing versus spending versus stimulus, and we're going to share some of that with our viewers in just a moment when we show them the interview with Austin Goolsbee of the White House economic team. Do you believe in targeted spending right now, in investing, and is that a good idea for our country to continue this recovery that we're seeing? Really, for the last 31 years, I've been running a manufacturing business, and one of the things you learn in manufacturing is to attack the root cause of the problem. And quite honestly, out-of-control spending, deficits, sluggish economy, high unemployment are really symptoms of the problem. To me, the root cause is the size and scope of the federal government. It's choking off our economy. So what I'd like to see is I'd like to see us address the root cause and start limiting the size and scope of the federal government. And of course, when I hear the term investing, I'm equally skeptical. It's okay. We need investing if it's done by the private sector. If individuals, consumers, businesses are making those investing decisions. It doesn't work when government tries to make those investing decisions. I think history proves that. It'll be interesting to see what the president says specifically about some of those issues. Just switching topics here really quick, this is another big issue when it comes to the economy, about what to do about states that are really in some financial trouble. And there's been some reports from Capitol Hill that there's some consideration about letting states go bankrupt, but we haven't really heard anyone on the record for that. Are you considering that idea? Would you consider proposing the idea that that states have a path towards bankruptcy? Are you for that? I think we should put the states on notice that they can't come running to the federal government to bail them out. I would pass a law for orderly reorganization. I don't want to scare people. People don't really understand what bankruptcy really is orderly reorganization, and that's what the states are going to have to do. They're going to have to go through that process. They can't expect the federal government. We're bankrupt. I mean, we are bankrupting this nation. We can't afford to be bailing out the states as well. Do you have any favorites in the Super Bowl? I think that's probably a loaded question. I think I'd kind of like to see Green Bay win, right? Just had to ask. Senator, thank you so much for joining us today, and we look forward to talking to you again.